Welcome to step 16. We're going to cover the circle of fifths again, and we're going to do it with heart and soul. Well, let me put it, we're going to do it to the music of heart and soul. The chord progression of heart and soul starts with a C chord, then it will go to an A minor chord, a D minor chord, and a G seventh chord. You will probably notice that 3 of the chords in the sequence that we went through, we did in the last class. We'll start also with some strumming, some different strumming. We'll have 2 beats per chord. So the first chord will be a C chord and we'll strum twice. Next one, A minor 7th, and you can just lift the 3rd finger, D minor, and G 7th. Try that with me. Ready? C, A minor 7th, D minor, and G 7th. Again, C chord, A minor 7th, D minor, and G 7th. Great. Okay, now we're going to try the same chord progression, but we'll use a different strum pattern. As you'll see, it's got a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, followed by 2 eighth notes, and a quarter note. So that's 1 quarter note, 4 eighth notes altogether, and a quarter note. The rhythm will go like this: down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Good. In the second measure, we're going to change the rhythm a little bit. It's going to just go down, up, down, down, up, down. Let's try that. Again. Now if we put those 2 rhythms together, we have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Again. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Now the chords are going to be C, A minor 7th, D minor, and G 7. Ready? And C, A minor, D minor, G 7th. One more time. C, A minor, D minor, and G 7th. Little tricky. Okay. Let's try that one with the chords being fingered. Ready? Get your hands set. I'll give you 2 free beats. Down, up, down, up. A minor, D minor, G 7. And repeat. C chord, A minor 7, D minor, G 7. Excellent. Okay, the 3rd strum has a little nuance. You see a tie connecting the 2nd eighth note to the 3rd eighth note in that first measure. That tie means that the 2nd eighth note will extend the value of that strum. So you'll have a down, down, up, and you won't play anything on the downstroke of the 3rd beat. And then the next one will be up, down. So it goes down, down, up, down. Let's try that again. Ready? Down, down, up, down. Again. Down, down, up, down. Excellent. Okay, ready for the next measure. Tricky. Beat 1, there's an 8th note rest. You miss on the first 8th note. Up, down, up, 3rd beat, on, up, down. So the 3rd and 4th beat are the same as what we've been doing. Down, up, down. But you'll have 3 8th notes following the rest. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, miss. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, this is the trickiest strum of the bunch. We start with the C chord, and then we'll go to the A minor 7, the D minor, the G 7, but the rhythms are changing. Okay, remember the down, down, up, and you miss up, down. Right in the middle of that, you're going to make a chord change to A minor. It's going to be down, down, up, down. Then you're going to have a D minor, miss, up, down, up, down, up, down. So this is the trickiest one, lots of syncopation. Okay, 2 free beats. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, miss, A minor, D minor, miss, G7, C chord, miss, D minor, miss, G7, and C. And now we have arpeggiated accompaniment. This one here is simpler than the 3/4 where we were doing 6, 8 notes. This time we just have 4 for every chord. So you'll have a C chord, and those will be 8 notes. So it'll be like down, up, and then A minor, and D minor, and G7. Now if you haven't done the thumb on different bass notes yet, this will be probably the first thing you'll want to do, is to practice just doing the chords and try to play just the bass note. So you'll have 2 beats between each one. Let's try that. So there'll be the C chord, that'll be the 5th string, A minor chord, that'll be the 5th string, D minor chord, the 4th string, and G7 chord, the 6th string. Okay, 2 beats. Down, up, down, C, A, 4th string D, 6th string G, 5th string, 5th string, 4th string, 6th string. One more time. So the index, middle, and ring finger, just like with wind chimes and the accompaniment we did last time for the valse, will be on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. So we'll have P, I, M, A for each 2 beats. In the first measure, there'll be 2 5th strings, and the second measure, there'll be a 4th string and then 6th string, and that will repeat. This chord progression is very popular. It's what we call a 1, 6, 2, 5 chord progression, or 5, 7 at the end. So there are numerous songs. Probably one of the most famous songs is Heart and Soul. So now we're going to turn our attention to the song Heart and Soul. And you'll see the chord progression is the same as what we just practiced. So if you want to sing the words, you can do that. But what we're going to do now is going to take a look at the melody and see what you notice in the melody of the song. If you look at the first measure, it's just got 1 note. 3 C's in a row, right? C, 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 yeah? Second measure, there's an 8-note rest, and then there's 8 notes going down and coming back up. If you look at that, starting on the note C, the notes going down are moving by step, and the notes going back up are also moving by step. So if you began your practice today doing a scale, which I always recommend, and you went from G to G and back down, well, some of those notes that you were moving up and down are included in the scale. The scale goes from C down to A and then back up to D. Yep. Now, the one nuance on this is the rhythm. If you look carefully, you might notice that that rhythm was the same rhythm we did just a moment ago in strumming. We did a miss, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, this rhythm is the same. Miss, up, down, up, down, up, down. And the notes will be miss, C, B, A, B, C, D. I'll do that one more time. Miss, C, B, A, B, C, D. You want to try that with me? Miss. C, B, A, B, C, D. Let's play it. Ready? Miss. That does sound like the song, doesn't it? Okay, let's take it from the beginning and do the first two bars. Down, up, down, up. Miss. Beautiful. Now you've probably heard this song before, so you know the next note is da-dum-dum. And if you look at the third bar, you see that that's an E. Now let's take a good look at the next two bars and see if you notice some correlation to the first two bars. If you compare the first note of bar 1 to the first note of bar 3, you'll notice that it's on the next bass. It's 3 notes above. It's a third above. And in fact, if we look at the rest of the notes, we'll notice it's exactly the same. All the notes are 3 notes above measure 1 and 2. So you'll have E, E, E. Try it. And then we'll have a rest, rest, E, D, C, D, E, F. Let's try that together. And if you just want to say the letters, that's fine. Try to see if you can keep up. E, E, E. Now rest. E, D, C, D, E, F. At the very end here, a little caveat. If you did the lesson before, the step before, you did a waltz. That waltz went an pa, pa. Well, we're not going to try to turn heart and soul into a waltz, but if you did just the pa, you could do an pa, and that'd be yet one other way that you could accompany that and do the chords and pluck the notes. It would sound like this. And just in case you don't know, index would strike the third string, middle the second string, ring finger the first string. The thumb would be handling the bass notes. So you'd have A minor, D minor, and G7. So in this week's, we didn't have anything really new in terms of new notes, no new chords, but we did include a new picking pattern, a variety of different strums, and a great song that uses the circle of fifths. Just to review, circle of fifths goes from C to G to D to A, or if you're going backwards, as we did in this song, from A to D to G to C, from A minor to D minor to G7 to C. Okay, I hope you have a great week of practice, and don't forget, practice with heart and soul.